This video is brought to you by Industrial Scripts, script development and training trusted by the industry.
The attitude of doing right.
LA Confidential is a 1997 crime film written by Brian Helgeland and Curtis Hanson, adapted from a James Ellroy novel. Set in 1950s Los Angeles, it draws great inspiration from classic film noir while updating it for the modern era. This means the sex and violence inherent in the genre can be more explicit due to relaxed censorship, but more importantly, it focuses in on the complex psychology of the characters, and many of the most memorable moments are simple dialogue scenes. One such scene is the first encounter between Bud, one of the three LA cops the story focuses on, and Lynn, a sex worker who may have information Bud needs about a murder investigation. The dialogue is structured around questions and answers, an expected device in a plot built around a mystery, but is less about the actual facts exchanged than the amount the characters are willing to reveal about themselves. Lynn gets a heads-up phone call while watching a film with a client. The movie dialogue and real dialogue overlap, connecting her work with the silver screen, almost saying both are things you do in the dark, and both are a little sordid.
Miss Bracken, I'm Officer White.
I've been expecting you, just not this soon. Pierce called. He told me what happened to Sue.
Everything all right, doll? Want me to get rid of him?
Hit the road, pal.
Bud arrives, and after a macho exchange with the client, plays a trump card of his badge to make him leave.
Fuck out of here, I'll call your wife to come get you.
Would you care for a drink?
Yeah, scotch. Straight.
Bud accepts a drink, indicating a level of casualness rather than professionalism to this encounter.
I was friendly with Sue Lefferts, but we weren't friends. You know what I mean?
Lynn describes one of the victims' life as a typical show business tale. In Hollywood, actors age or burn out and are cast aside because there's a constant flow of new talent. This results in a state of anxiety and insecurity that permeates other professions as well.
So cooperate, Miss Bracken. Why was Susan Lefferts the Night Owl?
I don't know. I never heard of the Night Owl till today.
How did she meet Patchett?
Pierce meets people. Sue came on a bus with dreams of Hollywood, and this is how they turned out. Thanks to Pierce, we still get to act a little.
Tell me about Pierce.
He's waiting for you to mention money.
Lynn's profession relies on her looks, not just youth, but looking like Veronica Lake, a movie star. Bud could be killed in action, or, due to the politics of the police force, be forced out like his partner. Neither are really their own masters. Listen to the sound spilling out from the film when Bud enters.
Officer.
Councilman.
A train ready to depart. It could be either going to Hollywood, that steady flow of arrivals to be exploited, or away from it, an escape. Bud expects Lynn to be a helpless victim who needs his rescuing, but she turns the tables on him, calling him out for his reputation.
You have a thing for helping women, don't you, Officer White?
Maybe I'm just fucking curious.
You say fuck a lot.
He becomes defensive.
There's blood on your shirt. Is that an integral part of your job?
Yeah,
Do you enjoy it?
when they deserve it.
Did they deserve it today?
I'm not sure.
But you did it anyway.
Yeah.
She subtly equates his profession with hers, questioning his motivations. He then makes the connection explicit.
Just like the half-dozen guys you screwed today.
Well, actually, it was only 2.
But while this starts as an insult, it then turns into a small moment of solidarity. She offers him a small compliment, that he treated her as a person first rather than judging her looks.
You're different, Officer White. You're the first man in 5 years who didn't tell me I look like Veronica Lake inside of a minute.
You look better than Veronica Lake.
He sort of offers one in return. Almost embarrassed at this, they return to official business.
Pierce Patchett.
He takes a cut of our earnings and invests it for us. Doesn't let us use narcotics, and he doesn't abuse us. Can your policeman's mentality grasp those contradictions?
He starts to realize that she's not the victim he thought she was. She might actually be better equipped as a survivor of this system than he is, with his violent rages. This leads to the second moment in the scene where Bud softens.
Nice meeting you, officer.
I'd like to see you again.
Are you asking me for a date or an appointment?
I don't know.
If you're asking me for a date, I should know your first name.
Forget I asked. It was a mistake.
The trajectory of the scene, from him kicking out her client to this small fleeting moment of vulnerability, shows the depths of Bud's character. This is what we really learn from this scene, certainly not anything important about the victim.
I'm most impressed with your punishment of women beaters. Do you hate them, Wendell?
What do you want?
Bud's predilection for hurting men who hurt women is not really a noble cause, but a deep-rooted personal obsession. Maybe he recognizes this kind of misogynistic violence in himself and despises it, but hurting these men is more about satisfying himself than helping anyone else.
They had a change of heart.
What about Stensland?
Your partner's through. Departmental scapegoat on the chief's orders.
A year from his pension.
Lynn, who's not a simple victim, won't fit into the narrative he's made for himself.
Made his play and got what he wanted. As a politician, he exceeds even myself. The department needs smart men like Ixley. And direct men like you.
It's all part of the film's central, cynical theme. Each of the three cops have their own personal motivations, the things that drive them. And sometimes this crosses over with doing the right thing. The takeaway lesson is that in any great scene, there's what the scene's about and then what the scene's really about. It's possible to create a morally grey character who does the right things for the wrong reasons.